Hi guys, I'm Gia. I'm the founder of the Lynk Therapy and Wellness Center, and I'm also a registered and licensed counselor.
Hello, I'm Shahira. I'm one of the counselors at the Lynk. Okay.
All right. Okay. So before we actually begin for today, there's reminder of three important things. Number one, whatever that we share here and discuss here, it's coming from our personal point of view. Number two,
we are not representing any other Malaysian counselor or any other counselors.
Yeah. And number three, whatever that we share here, it's something that we want to share to raise awareness, and also to share our personal experience to, our community and our society.
True.
Okay. All right. So going in for today's session, we're talking about like a transformative journey in mental health therapy.
Mm-hmm.
So first question, I have a question for you, Shahira.
Okay.
So how do you can you share a particular impactful client story that illustrate like profound transformation of their growth while going through like mental health therapy?
Mm-hmm. Okay. So for me, I would share. I think most of my clients, few of my clients, the most impactful story that I'm gonna share today is, to be honest, most of my clients came because of they are having this self-love issue. They just do not know how to self-love, how to put themselves priority, and always think about other people. To me, it is a good thing to think about others, but if it's macam affecting you for your daily routine, it is not normal anymore. That's where you need to put a boundary, put a stop, so that you can take care of yourself as well. Okay, so for self-love, I would say, I'm not sure about you, but for me, self-love is kind of macam personality skill, because you have been living with this kind of mindset yang macam, I don't deserve this kind of love, I don't deserve this kind of treatment, whatever that I'm giving to people, because I want them to like me.
Right.
But when they give it back to me, I don't feel like it's necessary, and I don't want it. I hate it, things like that. So self-love is quite tough issues to explore, to dig in, and also to help, right? But what impactful is throughout the journey, this person starting to realize that actually they are the one yang rasa penat sangat of taking care of others. To me, impactful when they are realizing that it is time for them to put a stop. Walaupun throughout the episodes, throughout the sessions, still the denial ada. What I mean by denial is, no, I don't deserve this. But it's impactful when this client or my clients ambil self-initiative to help themselves.
Right.
That's the impactful one, because that's where I realized that actually whatever that they're doing outside the station, it's not my responsibility, out of my control for sure. But when this client actually taking responsibility and take self-initiative to improve themselves outside the station, like doing physical stuff, outdoor stuff, or taking a break, or starting socializing with more positive people, this all are the kind of self-initiative yang I don't discuss this during the session. The most impactful lagi juga bila we don't discuss that particular tips dalam session, but they are the one yang buat sendiri dah. So on our next session, they mention about it, and it's helpful. So that's the impactful to me, like the self-initiative punya behavior, attitude yang to me very very what I realized that I have to tekankan to my other clients. If you want to feel better, actually this story I kept not telling people, not telling my client, but I tell my client yang if you want to feel better, there is no other way than self-initiative. I know that coming here is initiative, one of your initiative, but outside the station we have to do other things juga. Macam you taking exam, apart from taking notes dalam class, what you have to do next? Doing homework, group study, tuition maybe, pay attention, malam-malam study lagi, things like that. So to me, this is the story that I always macam bring to my macam client yang still stuck, still tak ada progress. How about you?
I think you actually like mention it, like also like explain or share this like efficiently. It's the same thing for me, because I also feel like self-initiative is very important. It's not just about like when you're coming in for your therapy session. In fact, for everything that we do as people, as person, we also have to take initiatives, like if you want something, you've got to work for it. You want to be better, you've got to work for it. You want to, like, whatever it is that you want to achieve in life, you have to work for it. It's not going to just be there
jatuh dari langit.
Dia bukan macam tu kan. So and I think it's not about us disclosing any like what our clients are going through, but it's just an overview from my own thought process and my experience, right? When we talk about like impactful story, right, it's always that stories that inspires us as
a person,
True. As a person. And I think we also mentioned this in the last episode, where like their transformative journeys give us that impactful transformation in our lives as well. And I think most of the time when I'm in the sessions and when I get through that stage with my clients, I'm always like thankful of them. I'm always like telling them I'm so grateful, I'm thankful that you're here, and I believe that we're here. We cross paths for various reasons. And I thank you for just being here for you. Thank you for sharing this part of your life with me. I'm just a stranger to you, God. Like I'm just a complete nobody in your life, and
suddenly we're part of your life.
And so we also learn this in the session in our program, where kita tak boleh like continue relationship with our clients, because you have to eventually be independent and walk on your own. And sometimes the counseling session turn into a psychotherapy session, and then becomes like years of like therapy session, because you feel comfortable, you feel that you need to have these sessions in order for you to keep yourself accountable, macam tu kan. So macam journey ni dia tak stop tau, because it's a constant journey.
Betul.
So the impact, it's like a constant impact.
Betul.
Lepas like I've gone through situation where my client from before they found somebody they love, to like getting married, to having kids, and even when they have kids, they'll be like, hey, I'm pregnant, I'm pregnant, and I'm like, oh my God, you're pregnant. And so we do share that kind of like bond, that therapeutic journey is so impactful. It's like, wow, I'm just nobody, why would you tell me that you're let's say for example kan, you go through like few achievements in your life, and I think whatever that you achieve, I feel like I'm happy that it's a genuine happiness.
Yeah, true. It means like macam they really appreciate us.
Yeah.
Kind in the way that we also don't really recognize.
Yes.
Okay.
That's right.
Yeah. I got it.
Yes.
I'm gonna talk about this. That we Muslim, we have to perform our haji and umrah, right? Yes. So there's one of my clients were telling me, oh, I have told my mom to sebut your name there, so that you have a very happiness in your life and good journey with your family. And I was so touched. I couldn't believe that oh my god,
Yeah.
that's how to say, it's sebesar itu you appreciate me,
Yes.
you know,
Yes.
in a way that I don't really realize it. So I'm
Yeah.
really, really thankful and grateful for
Yeah.
that. That's what I said, or even like on our previous session, and previous episode, I was saying that
Previous session. This is ini is the counselor punya head. Ni suddenly cannot.
every previous episode that every sessions that we had with our clients, it's also a learning process for us.
Yeah.
Right. So this is where the part yang I realised that okay, I learned that sebenarnya apa-apa yang we do, although the smallest thing,
Yeah.
actually orang luar will appreciate.
Yeah.
In a way yang kita sebenarnya tak realise, but they realise and they think that.
Yeah. Agree.
Yeah, that's
Wow. It's emotional. Let's move on to the
my doctor. Okay, so the next question for me, I think can you share to us like an example of a client who demonstrate a remarkable resilience throughout their therapeutic journey?
Yeah, I think apart from the self-initiative, right, the attitude of not giving up, you know, the attitude of like powering through, and also like that will contribute to that being, you know, the resiliency of a person, you know. So it's almost like I've had experience where we have to sit with those feelings and emotions over and over again down. So sometimes we are just human being, and as a practitioner, we, like I said, like we don't give up on you, right? As a person, we know that it's tiring. We know that it's not easy.
Betul.
Because of that, that's why the connection that we have in the session is very important. The rapport that we build with each other is very important, because we're gonna go through this like journey together and this difficulty together down. So when we go through and sit in with these emotions over and over again, it's like that is the one that sometimes people just don't understand, that is resiliency.
Yeah.
That is you having the attitude of not giving up. That is you trying to honor yourself and trying to devote to yourself. Because kita nak tengok changes. Kita nak tengok something yang okay, I already sit with my emotion, and then what? I'm expecting myself to feel better the next second. That's not gonna happen.
Yeah, true.
It's a transition. So after you sit with this like heavy emotion, like say for example like grief and loss, and grief is up and down. It's not, we have these 5 stages of grief, right? Like
True.
You know, like anger, and then denial, and then bargaining, and then depression, then hope, and then acceptance. Lepas tu kita ingatkan like after I go through depression, I'll go through hope, the next step. That's not always true. Sometimes you go back into like bargaining.
Yeah.
Sometimes you go back
again.
you go back to anger.
Yeah.
Lepas tu macam when is this gonna be over? You know? So I think
It's like
sometimes
a same cycle.
So I think sometimes client can be a little bit like impatient with themselves, but also at the same time they don't know that they're actually not giving up on themselves as well. So I think it's also us trying to bring that awareness to them that hey, I'm proud of you. Like I hope that you're proud of yourself too. Yeah. What do you think?
I think resilience, to me, what I see, okay, I do agree from what you are saying just now. For me, resilience in client, when they realize that they are having a strong resilience, when they starting to not give a shit about whatever things that happen. You know, or maybe the journey that we are going to see, the process, the transition is the first few session, they do bother about it. They do bother about the past, about the future. But and then macam dah 6, 7, 8 station, the transition of resilience tu macam become greater bila they telling me I don't know, I just focus on my present. The past is just the past. That one is resilience to me. You have a strong resilience to not being bothered by what has already happened, and you don't want to think about, not don't want to think, because you know that it's uncontrollable things, to think about future, to think about things that not are happening yet. You know, to me that's resilience, the remarkable resilience that I see from my clients. And it happens. I mean, most of my clients, diorang punya resilience to become greater, to be honest.
That's true. That's true.
And the resilience become greater to me from the initiative juga. You know, they're starting to realize that it's tiring. They're starting to put a stop on that border issue punya, kan? To me lah.
That's true. I mean, like, we can define like resiliency or resilience in so many various ways. You know, I guess the essence of resiliency is not to give up on things and situations, on people, on ourselves, and you just keep on going because you find there is meaning and purpose into like whatever that you're doing, and in life, and in just our journey as people, right? Okay. So I have a question that I think this is very important for us to, like, you know, unreveal. What do you think about stories that can empower our audience, you know, who might be facing similar challenges, you know, especially when they know they're ready to seek for mental health help?
You mean like when they should be considered having a session,
like any stories that you feel like can empower our, you know, the audience, you know, that may face like similar situations or challenges in seeking help, or is ready to seek help.
I think I mentioned this on our first episode, that to me, when you realize that something is wrong with yourself, or something's abnormal with your routine, daily routine, that's where you need to come forward, you know, seek help from us. But when you are talking about inspiring story, I'm not okay. I would say my personal experience. Okay. About personal experience, My mom was in an domestic punya relationship, the first marriage. So she was being abused from day one till God knows when, for many years. Okay. Back then, seeking help sangat-sangat macam, especially for Muslim tau, you cannot talk about your husband's punya aib, husband's punya keburukan. It's a sin. Back then, we have been macam, how to say, we have been taught and brainwashed about this. And my mom dealt with this for many years, you know, to the point that she told me she felt so macam malu to come forward and asking for help. You know, back then I'm not sure about, I do believe that counselor dah ada, cuma dia tak besar. What people yang dulu pergi, they have to go to a lawyer, like mahkamah syariah kan, and they have their own counselor, right?
Okay. Memang the station
there. Correct. So my mom told me there's one time that my brother told my mom, why are we still here? It's been years, like I think almost 20 years. Why are we still here? And my mom was telling my brother and my sister, I wasn't there because I was dibesarkan tempat lain. My brother told my mom that why are we still here, like asking my mom. And my mom was saying to my brother, if I seek help if I disclose about whatever that happened in our family, kita akan malu.
Faham.
Kan?
Yeah.
Kita akan malu and you akan hidup susah.
Yeah.
Because we women back then macam rasa macam duit tu coming from husband. But my mom was working though back then.
Yeah.
My mom was working.
Yeah.
But because of they have brainwash yang nafkah or money coming from husband only.
Yeah.
So this is what my mom was afraid of. And then one sentence that my brother said to my mom yang opened her eyes to seek help. My brother said this, kita tak pernah hidup senang. By senang, what he meant was not financially.
Yeah.
What he meant was mentally.
Yeah.
You get me?
Yeah.
Kita mentally we are not happy dah lama.
Yeah.
It's been years we've been abused.
Yeah.
Which part that you were saying to me that nanti kita hidup susah? We already susah. You know that sentence yang made my mom to keluar from that marriage.
Right.
So why I'm telling this story is because sometimes we need other people, like our close one, to hit us, macam to make us realize that we need help.
Yeah.
So from there, my mom saying that, yep, I need help actually.
Yeah.
I need to talk to somebody about this issue. Then my mom went to see a counselor. That's when she found her decision.
Right.
Yeah, what she has to do.
And are we happy now?
She's definitely happy, 100%
Right.
happy.
Good job,
Which
Auntie.
is,
Good job.
thank God.
Well done.
Well done. Which my mom, the reason why I'm telling this story, my mom never malu for me to talk about her experience.
Right.
Because she is one of the survivor.
Yeah.
She's not the victim. She used to be, but now she's the survivor.
Right.
You get what I mean?
Yeah.
So she's very happy to tell women
That's really nice.
or men being abused to come forward. And sometimes if you malah takut, you need other people like the close one, your child, to make you realize that this is not right.
Yeah.
Sometimes this is where my mom told me that although dia tua, dia macam dah berumur, right?
Yeah.
And my brother like sangat muda, but can't believe my brother lagi rational than she was back then.
Yeah.
So this is where I think where people need to start realize that they need help. Sometimes if you don't realize that you need help, your surrounding can push you, not push lah, macam give you a sentence yang betul-betul kena you punya kepala. Get what I mean?
Yeah.
Sebab sometimes some pushes or forces dia macam tak sangat kuat tau.
Yeah. Ataupun it can also be negative.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
It makes you feel macam aku people use gila, right? Aku gila ke?
Yes,
Macam tu,
yes,
but
yes.
no. It's when you really have a right way to push that person to go seek a help, trust me, I can hit that person.
Yeah.
That's why I'm telling you the story.
Yeah. And it's just thank you for sharing, right, Shahira?
No worries.
And it's like whatever that your brother was saying to mom or like said to mom, it's like macam, because I think mom can see how that impacted him and you and so mom
the family
is also
as a whole.
correct, and mom is also quite receptive to see like, wait, my son and my daughter is actually not feeling okay.
Yeah, true.
And I'm not doing this for myself only, I'm also doing this for us.
Betul.
So I think that's it's such a
correct.
Empowering, and it's it moved me.
Hidden message from this story. So for those out there yang being abused mentally or physically
or emotionally
come forward. I know it's tough. Even for my mother, it takes like 20 years for her to come forward. So I know it's tough, but you still have time, ample of time. Don't worry.
Yeah, it's not too late to ask for help.
Yeah,
it's not too late to come forward.
Correct.
Yes.
Okay. For next question.
Yes.
Coming from the email that we received. Okay, this is one question that I asked that I'm going to see. What lessons, which is so important, what lessons that you can take away from clients punya issues, and how can you adapt your approach based on the success or challenges showcased in that cases.
Yeah. Okay.
Quite tough, the question, but it's
okay. So, okay, I think I just had this like I had like sessions, of course, like yesterday, and I just had this like a conversation with one of my clients, right? And we were like making a joke out of it, as I'm like, oh my god, kita kena buka episode ni, kita kena buka podcast
and
ni. We literally love in the session, and I think in the session it's like it's not just about us guiding our clients, right? But it's also at the same time a form of like us helping them to think out of the box, And one of the questions that I asked my client, I was saying something like along the line of like, like you've lived this long, so and so for this long, and obviously I'm still young, and our clients come from different, age.
Yeah.
So, and they will tell you that this is what I've learned, right? I've learned that like you can't control life. You can't control you can't control the outcome. You can do whatever that is within your control, your best in whatever that you do. So believe that you did your best, and to know that everyone else is also doing their best, right? And then after that, I have another clients coming in. From that client also, they were also saying something about like, the minute we think that people are also doing their best, our perceptions and our reaction and also responses change.
Yeah, correct, agree.
Sebab kalau I'm angry at this point, ini my perasaan tau.
Yeah.
So however I'm reacting, I'm not saying that like, I'm not asking you to condone my anger kalau I'm like being abusive or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that like, this is what I'm feeling, and if I'm trying to like ground myself in that in that moment, and if I say like, hey, I need a break, I need to go out and I'm come back like 20 minutes later and I'll talk to you again. So that's my best. That's my best.
That's your best.
So you don't get to judge me and say like, no, I want you to sit down and talk to me right now. You know what I mean? Yeah. So just to answer to your questions, right? It's like the takeaway is that every client, they're different. Okay, they come 100%. They have different situations. Each and every one of them showcase like different lessons.
True.
And the lessons that I feel that really like,
Masuk.
Not just masuk tau, dia macam
menusuk
so impactful.
Yeah.
That like, we're just human at the end of the day.
I know. I agree with it.
Tak kisah you CEO ke apa benda, you masuk je dalam session,
you are human.
You're human. Apa yang you cakap, whatever that you're saying to us, whatever that you're sharing, CEO pun tak dapat answer your question, God.
True.
Whatever, coach pun tak dapat answer your question,
Yeah.
God. It is your own transformative journey. Yeah.
I do agree though. Like seriously, I agree.
Faham tak?
Yeah, faham.
Sebab kalau kita introduce ourselves in the session, tell us about yourself, introduce yourself to me, right? So kita ada intake forms kan. Intake forms will be like, okay, you buat, this is your profession, this is your family, this is your relationship. So sometimes I would ask them like, without all of these titles, who are you?
True. Who are you?
That's the question that sometimes I don't know.
True.
Yeah.
Correct. So thank you for answering that question, which I agree. I believe we can come to our final
questions.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So this is the final thoughts, right?
Yeah.
And just to conclude like our episode for today. So do you have any other message that you would like to leave the audience, to actually empower them to go through healing and growth in lives? Do you have anything that you would like to say to our audience?
Empower them. I would say how to say, sometimes we're taking advantage of our feelings, our emotions and our thoughts without us realize that, without us knowing that. So like I said, when you feel that something is wrong going on, this is where you should consider to come and seek for help. Okay, I know that we have 1000% semua orang rasa macam self-care is important. Why don't you just macam buat counselling, actually one of your self-care, right? So if you feel like you need that kind of self-care just by talking, do come forward. Seek help.
Just to add to that as well, if you sakit kepala, you sakit perut, or like you're not feeling your body, you walk yourself to the clinic, you try to find out what's wrong with you and you get medication, right? So it's the same thing with your feelings and your emotions. If you are having difficulty or challenges basically, and you cannot process certain things, walk into a mental health clinic or a center to try to untangle these knots that you have. It's bukan saying that you are crazy, you're not, you're just trying to take care of yourself.
True. One thing I wanted to add on, people kept on saying I would rather die than I would rather die rather than being the weakest person in this planet. But in a session, we would rather seeing you being the weakest human being rather than die. So can you see that you are sangat-sangat penting. You are matter. You matter to us. So do come seek help if you really lost, if you really need
help.
That's all. I think that's all for me.
That's all for us. For sure. So thank you so much for listening to us, and we hope today we get to inspire you guys, and we get to empower each and every one of you to come forward if you have any situations.
We receive your emails, your questions, which we would discuss on our further episodes.
So don't forget to like and
subscribe
to POV the Inner Link. Bye guys.
Bye.